presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hey, Robert, how you doing, man?
Yes, and thank you for taking my call. I wanted to let you know that I've been a subscriber for a couple of years, just different members of your team, and I really enjoy it. But really the reason I'm calling is to express my sincerest gratitude for you providing that information yesterday on the small business grant. I'm a small business owner and primary breadwinner for my family, and if I can get that money, it's going to really mean a lot to my family. So
that's awesome.
Thank you for taking the time to do that.
No, well, listen, man, we appreciate you growling a problem with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are, what the needs of your mind are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will make a good match for you, and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 400, NASDAQ up 96, S&P's up 44, gold contract up 1260, trading 18.85 an ounce. Silver up 41 cents, $24.72 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 90 cents, $40.22 a barrel. Notes and bonds. 10-year note down 2 ticks, trading 138.03. 30-year off 4 at 172.05. And King Dollar's down 208 ticks, trading 92.754. The euro's at 118. The yen is at 104.63, and the British pound is at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? Well, we go over to the futures first. What you're going to see out here, folks, is that you are at the highs of the day. We're at 35.76. 35.79 is the high of the day. And you are peaking right into the highs that were generated out here on Wednesday also. It's 35.75. It was 50 was the high out there, and bottom line, we'll see whether we can break this thing coming into the close. What's intriguing here is that there's no doubt that we got volume on this bar right 10 minutes or 2. Now the real kicker is going to be, is it enough to basically bring it over these highs? You know, we'll see. NDX 100. We take a look at the NDX 100. NQ. There you go. We take a look at the NDX 100. That's up 79, 899, and that's also approaching its highs. 37 more ticks is the high there. Now, this is a whole different setup. This one here is not even at the highs of yesterday. You are coming into the downdraft that was created out here this morning at 9:30, basically. At 9:30, had a decent bar on the way up. Bottom line, you're coming up, you're approaching that. You get a contraction of volume. We got the same kind of spike at 10:03, right before I get on. But that being said, that spike is tremendously lower than what we had out here this morning. This morning, you had 20,000 contracts into that baby, and we just had 10. So I would suspect what you have with the NDX, you are not going to see the NQs break that area. We'll see if someone comes in and gooses the S&Ps into higher price. Small caps. We take a look at the small caps out here, the IWM. IWM up here, higher price. Not enough volume, but guess what? You get the higher price. And I think when we put this on the weekly, this is going to hold up, actually. Yeah, it is. The weekly, let's see. Because this is the week that we launched the highs of July of 2018. Oh, it's going to be so interesting here. So this is what the number is. It's 173.39. And we are over it right now. You're at 173.63. So 173.39 is going to be an important number. Gold contract out here has some price spread on it. We did 154,000 contracts, making its way into higher price. I want to see gold get into about the 1908 area. Yeah, 1908. Right now you're at 1885. And we go take a look at the GDX, some of the gold equities. What we have with the GDX out here, not enough volume, man. Just not enough volume. You know, we rejected lower price on Wednesday with 22 million. You go higher yesterday with 21 million, and today you get 8 million. That's not a good setup, folks. That's saying that more than likely it's going to come back at us, probably come into this 37.28 area. Go from there. That's how that seems to be setting up. Let's go take a look at SLV, because silver is in a better situation than gold right now. Yeah, the SLV, volume-wise it's not, though. Yeah, volume-wise it's not. The silver can come right back at us. The difference with the silver market versus the gold market, folks, is that the silver market did not come down and break the physical market did not come down and break its swing, as the gold market did. Big difference when that happens. There's no two ways about that. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar out here? King dollar right now, that didn't hold price once again. King dollar got up to a price point this week of 93.208. You're trading 92.759. King dollar still wants to get down into this area of 91.746. That's the way that seems to be working out right now, and we'll see how that shakes out. We take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here, and this will be a low volume market. Carnival Cruise is trading up $1. You got Cisco come up with good numbers, 278. That's the first time that equity moved in a long period of time. You got Norwegian Cruise Lines, that's up $1.22. Tesla's down $6. You get United Airlines up $2. Let's go look at United and see what kind of juice these babies have underneath them. Yeah, so they came down. They almost filled their gap. This is setting up to come back and fill the gap. The United has a gap out here of 35.15. You got to a high out here of 44. You banked down yesterday to 36.56. What I expect you're going to see out here is that you will see United. Let me go pull up the rest of these airlines. More than likely, they all got gaps there. Well, American came down. American's one of the weakest ones out here. That got down to 11.65, and the gap was 11.51. LUV, we'll take a look at, you got Southwest, that just missed it too. So if you're getting into these airlines, you got to be really careful, folks, because what you have here is that the gaps aren't filled yet. They almost got filled yesterday, but they didn't get filled. When you have that, I've seen it too many times. If you miss filling that gap, you know, in these cases, we're miss filling that gap by 5-10 cents. That's a lot. You know, you miss filling it by a penny, that's a little bit different. 5 or 10 cents, big number. Dow Industrials up 370, NASDAQ up 94, S&P's up 43. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading up to 348. We have the Nasdaq up 87. S&P's up 39. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. And don't forget, folks, Basil does an outstanding show here every trading day. Noon to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. On top of that, folks, Basil does some great workshops. Now, he has a workshop that's coming up. To check this workshop out, just come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right under featured content. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is going to be doing this workshop for not only all your subscribers, anyone that wants to come to this workshop. This is going to be on November 19th, this coming Thursday, folks. Workshop starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's going to go to 4:30 in the afternoon. The total cost is $295, which you get, of course, the full workshop. You get Basil's newsletter for a full month. You get a bunch of archives that Basil has already done, and we'll let our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, come on right now and talk to you about exactly what he's going to be teaching out here this coming Thursday. It's hard to believe, Basil, we're in the middle of November, man.
Next thing we'll be talking about 2021. Remember, you were just saying 2020. Can you believe that we're into 2020? We're into 2021.
It's serious business, man. It really
Time
is.
flies, yeah. As you get older, it seems to just go quicker and quicker.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
I think this Thursday is going to be a very interesting time because the market is... We've now got really 2 or 3 different markets. The tech sector's starting to slow down a little bit. You've got money coming into value. This is just a fascinating period. So basically what I do with these webinars is that I start off, we do a review at 9 o'clock before the market starts. We have a kind of a review to say, what patterns are we looking for? I have very specific patterns.
Okay.
I'll just do this very briefly here. You might be able to see it right
Yeah, we
there.
have it.
Okay,
Yep.
It's just popping up. You can see in this little corner here, I've got 3 patterns: straight line up, straight line down, cup formation, arch formation, and a combination. And that's what we'll look at. Those are the core. The other core is that I'm just going to make this small because I've got other things to show, that we try to identify from the lowest low bar a succession of higher highs. We alphabetize them A to B on the upside, G. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Higher highs. When you get to the 4th highest peak, D, other things can happen. Yeah, it can go to an E, but your objective in the buy signal to buy mode of the Chapman wave, which we'll be studying intently, is to get you to that 4th highest peak. So they can go to the front page of TFNN. There's just a slew of information right there. What I want to do is to say, I spoke to you yesterday, and for anyone who was quick enough to be able to sign up and get my newsletter, because that's what they get immediately. They get my newsletter, as well as any subscriber that wants to join gets a month free. In other words, if they join, they will get an extra month added to whatever time period they have. So what happened? This morning we had, based on my Chapman Wave methodology, we had a buy, and let me just get you this here. This is what I type every day to my subscribers. This is the daily chart of the Dow. It shows you on the left here. This is the daily without the moving averages, without the MACD and stochastic. This next one is the same thing, but I also have the moving averages. And then the one on the right is the 120. I explain it all in this paragraph here. And I also added, note, I will be giving another all-day live session on Thursday the 19th, 9 a.m. to 4:30 Eastern Time. See front page of TFNN. But then within that, I show different different charts that are really interesting and stocks that we might want to buy or we do buy. And in this case, I showed a stock, STKL is the symbol, SunOpta Inc. It was trading at $8.47. It's organic food and supplements, and it's really, I thought it was appropriate for this environment. We're trying to find stocks and ideas that are under the radar, that are don't have to be Democrat or Republican. These are just stocks. That's all we're looking at. So I like this because it fits right into the environment we're in. So I gave a whole synopsis of what we're looking at. The 120-minute chart has made a peak right here, peak B. It should go to C and D, because remember, we like to go to those Ds. I showed the daily in a huge leg up. I showed the resistance line, Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone. I also showed that the MACD is just crossed positive. Then I showed the 120-minute chart in a longer-term resistance line, but with the moving averages starting to move strongly higher. And then I showed the monthly chart with a cup formation. And I've shown this for months now. We've seen charts that have done this since the March low. They've gone from the low of March, and they've gone all the way back to the highest high on the left side. I said cup formation with a Chapman Wave inside track target repellent line, which says that if it can break above yesterday's high, it could go quite a bit higher. So I gave a little synopsis in my Traders Corner. I said, we want to buy this on a dip. It closes at 848. I said, let's buy it under 840. There was a whole reasoning based on that 120-minute chart, etc. Well, we were fortunate enough to get it, and look at this chart right now. Let me go to it right, if I can just find it. There it is. And here it is. It is up 3.6 on the close yesterday, but we bought it below. So we're up on the day. For anyone who signed up yesterday, they pretty much paid for their webinar. It is up almost 5% today. This is one of those screamer stocks that I talk about very often. If you're able, normally with huge candles like this, it's a big risk to be buying right here, especially at resistance. But we did our homework. We looked at the chart. These are all the patterns. These are the technical, the information. I wanted to say this is live. So I didn't want to say, oh, look what we did in history. This is today. This is the action from yesterday to today. Hopefully we can keep this up. We've got some other really good, we've got a 40-something% gainer in the Bitcoin stock that we bought, the ETM, the GBTC. So we've had some really good winners. And I just wanted to say, I wanted to show for anyone who's interested, they'll get my newsletter. They get all the information. They get the techniques that I'm going to be talking about. This is in real time. And I just wanted to show that it's possible to do. And I'm really looking forward to this webinar, because there are a lot of underappreciated stocks for the long side. And I think we're starting to build a chance for some really good shorts. So I think this is a very appropriate time. And I also I did this live on my show this morning. I said, here's the 10-minute chart of the E-mini. And was at 12 o'clock is right here. I said it's still in a buy mode. And remember, we said you want to get to a D or an E. We went to a D, and now we've made a peak E in the 10-minute chart. And these are all the techniques. Here's the MACD. These are the things that we're going to be studying. All simple tools that everybody has on their whatever trading platform they have. So I think we're all ready. I mean, I'm a little impatient now to wait for Thursday.
Ready for action.
Yeah, because this is every day. As I say, I got this in my right here. I say the Chapman wave. Where is it? I think it was there. The Chapman wave is the waveform that never sleeps. So you just count the peaks, count the troughs, and you don't get everything right, but at least it gives you a platform, gives you a staging from which you can grow. I like that.
And folks, very easy to come into the workshop. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see Basil right on the front page under, under featured content. Bottom line is that you basically hit the banner, hit the checkout, you are off to the races. And as soon as you do that, folks, what ends up happening is that you will get everything else that's on Basil's page. It's a huge amount of education. Basil, you have a great one, safe one, have a great weekend, and we look forward to your show Monday morning, man.
Thank you very much, Tom. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow's up 361, Nasdaq's up 109, S&Ps are up 44. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 380, Nasdaq's up 106, S&Ps are up 44. We get into the Dow Industrials. Let's see what's putting the strength inside this Dow out here, folks, today. What you have is that looks like Cisco. No, Boeing. Boeing's got putting 58 positive points. You got Goldman putting 33, Honeywell 27, American Express 24, and Disney 19. You have there's only a couple stocks that are negative inside that Dow Industrials. McDonald's beat just 3 negative points. Salesforce 2 negative points, and Apple is just flat. NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside of the NDX. The Strength out there is PDD. That's up another 12%. Pretty amazing. This equity, folks, came out with numbers. And this week, you talk about a gap in the higher. On Tuesday, the stock was $96. It's $151.39. Okay, it's Alibaba's competition in China. So that is a number that is pretty amazing, no doubt. Taken away from it, you have Zoom is down 5.5%. You have $23. You get DocuSign is down 3.5%. $750. You get Nvidia down 1.5, and Tesla is off 1.3. No really big numbers there. Microsoft. Let's go take a look at Microsoft, because inside of the NDX 100, you still have the Microsoft Apple deal that is kind of pushing this baby around. We had a low out here today in Microsoft of 214, a high of 216. You're at the highs right now. If we go over to Apple and we take a look at Apple, what you have there is that Apple had a low of 117, a high of 119. You're laying out at 119 right now. The intriguing thing about both of these equities, well, I'll start with Apple, is that Apple can't get out of its way, man. Doesn't mean that it won't burst higher. I think this thing wants to test the 125 once again. And we'll see where they get any juice up there. But every time it gets up to that level, it gets slammed by the downtrend that was out there in September. Microsoft, a little different animal. Microsoft is trading in a huge range, for a large cap tech stock. Bottom line, we've been in this range now going all the way back since June 30th. Range is still there. You can see this week alone, we went from 228 down to 209, and right now you're laying out at 216. And as we are pushing higher into Microsoft out here today, there's no juice behind that move. Now, let's get over to the note and bond market. We take a look at the note and bond market. Actually, let's go into the NQs again, because actually the E-minis, because this just busted higher. I believe that when we started that program, it was showing right where you were going into. It just did it. Okay, so you're up $50 right now inside the E-mini, and this just did bust higher. Let's say you get plenty of time to run here. This is 330. So you just busted over this. You just busted up 8 points. Now, 8 points is a lot. Well, we've been trading that you can bust down and bust up 8 points. But what I mean by 8 points is a lot is that you're getting away from where we've been trading all week. So if I pull this back, what you're going to see, what has happened each time that we're pulled up to this area, it's been basically giving it up. Yeah, and it's over it right now for sure. NQs, we get over and we take a look at these NQs. I believe they did the same thing. The differential with the NQs is that the setup is not the same, meaning the setup going into the highs of Wednesday, we're not even close to them. Yeah, okay, so the highs of yesterday. We just spiked, though. There's no doubt about that. Let me pull this back this way. This is going to be an up-down all around 30 minutes here. This is going to be pretty cool. Okay, so the highs of last night, 937. We're at 931. We had reached at 4 o'clock this morning. You had reached 937 in the NQs. We're at 431. You can see the high of yesterday was all the way up to 11,975. It doesn't look to me like you're going to basically get into that area. If we go back to Apple just for a second, Apple spiked, and Microsoft. These two are running the NDX. It's pretty wild how this is shaking out. We'll see where it shakes out by the end of the day. What we do have, as we're moving higher, you're seeing a monster contraction in volume. We go into the indices right now. This is not bad. Yeah, no, it is. It's terrible. So right now in the NYSE, you get 560 million shares traded. That's saying that they'll still throw 300 million in it, but that's going to be like 800 million shares, which is a huge contraction as you're going to higher price. The composite, also a contraction. Right now, you're at 3 billion shares, and we're going into, well, yesterday you did 3.8, which in itself was a contraction. That being said, you're going into, what's that? The 9th. And you look at the 9th of what you're going into, that's like a joke. You're going into $5.8 billion because that breakout on the 9th was extraordinary. There's no doubt about that. You had monster volume come into that breakout. You had price into that breakout, and we'll see how the rest of this shakes out. XAU and HUI inside the gold market we had out here. XAU, we're trading at 143.45. You're inside the higher range now. That's the bottom line, is that we snuck inside this higher range, which is good. Anything inside the 142.47 has you inside that higher range, which is totally where it's at. I'm going to want to still see a lot more volume, though. We don't have the volume inside the XAU. We take a look at the HUI. I expect it's going to be the same thing. That you're at $1.76. You're at 314.80, and realistically, inside the Gold Bugs Index, though, I want to see something a lot higher. I want to get into the 325 area. So that is much higher than we are right now. We take a look at the volume yesterday as we were going higher. Yeah, we need a lot more volume in there, no doubt. We take a look at the strongest stock inside of these gold indices, and it's Newmont. Newmont up another 92 cents. This is acting really nice, man. Newmont wants to run up to this $72 area. Barrick is the second largest weighting structure inside both of those indices. And we take a look at Barrick, and Barrick needs juice, man. The bottom line is that, Barrick broke its lowest swing point. You're trading at 25.97, and it's saving itself from the 25.87, but just barely. So inside of that market, we do need buyers. We need buyers that are going to put some juice into it as well as put pricing into it. Dow's up 437, Nasdaq's up 126, S&P's up 52. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 467. You get the Nasdaq up 134. S&Ps are up 56. Let's go over there and we'll take a look at the Dow Industrials as to the correlation of where we are from Monday. And yeah, you're going to be above everything here, man. We take this Monday. You had the high in the Dow out here of 29,965. The close that day was 29,157. No. Yeah, it was. So what you're going to have out here, you're going to have a closing high, folks. That's what it looks like. Let's see. So I see 5, 6. Oh, this is going to be close, man. So the high of February, folks, was 29,568. And we are 29,559 right now. So they can. Bottom line is that it's game that this will be the that they could get the high of the week. Now that being said, what's going to be so intriguing is this: the way this is set up. You can see that we're talking about a weekly chart now, right? On a weekly chart, what you have is that we had gapped higher on the weekly. If you're into candlestick charting, you can see this is a monster doji that's sitting up there. That doesn't, it's not the end of the world with a doji, no doubt. What does happen for a really bearish occurrence is that if we come into work Monday morning and you gap down, then you would basically have an island top that would be a monster out here. So let's go take a look at the composite, because the NASDAQ composite made its high also, closed underneath it. Then what the composite did, however, is that it basically gave it up pretty quick. The high in the composite, 12,074. We hit 12,109. On the weekly basis, what's going to happen with the composite is that, you're still right next to the highs. Okay, so on the weekly basis, you're realistically next to the highs. That can get tested again. Now, let me show you this one, though. This is where, and this is the driver, and has been the driver inside the markets for a long period of time. And what it is the NDX 100. When we take a look at the NDX 100, you got a whole different ball game happening. The high that was generated, out there in September, inside the NDX 100 is 12,439. We hit 12,268. What we also did is that we got over the high that was generated out here in the week of the 16th of October, and that's 12,204. And it doesn't look like it's going to close over that, nor it's not even close to the highs. That basically is saying that, guess what? The NDX 100 still wants to trade down to the lower end of the consolidation that it's been trading in, which is pretty wild because, that's where all the tech stocks are, all the high flyers are, everything that has really moved in an incredible way. That's where those babies are laying out. And I suspect most of it has to do with, let's just see Amazon for a second. Most of it has to do with Apple. Amazon kind of laying the same way. Amazon's up $20 right now. Most of it has to do, though, with the aspect of Apple and Microsoft. Let's go, because Google is definitely, I think that's right at its highs. Yeah, it is. Google's up $29 today. This is laying out at its highs. We bring that back. It's amazing just how much that Apple and Microsoft can affect the NDX 100, particularly because it's not like that they went down, folks. We're talking about they went down like all of about, a buck. And the drag that it put on the NDX 100 is incredible. There's no doubt that it's absolutely incredible. Disney came out with numbers last night, big numbers on Disney last night, folks. Disney's up at $2.96, trading $138.48. They get huge expansions in the amount of subscribers that they have, and it looks like without the parks even opened, they have really put some juice behind the pedal. There's no two ways about that. So we'll see how this shakes out in the next 6-7 months when we do basically have that vaccine out there, and that could change things pretty quickly in the context of parks for sure. I mean, you can imagine, if you, depending where you are in the life cycle, you have kids and you decided you want to go to Disney. The bottom line is that you can't, and I suspect that's going to be a big breakout too, no doubt, once that basically is safe to do. Oil. Let's go take a look at the oil market. So, active contract out here. Oil's trading 40.13. Okay, so oil spiked up to the, boy, it's almost a classic. Oil spiked right to ice on Wednesday. That got up to the price point of 43.06. Gave it up. You're pulling back with light volume, but it looks to me like you're already into this bar. Oil can get somewhere into the price point of 30, 39 to 38. We go over to a couple of the oil equities. We take a look at the oil equities. You get ExxonMobil up 89 cents. Now you can see with Exxon right here. Okay, yesterday you come downtown with 30 million. You're going up with 20. Gap's not filled. My take, folks, is that inside these oil markets, these gaps are going to get filled. Chevron, which is stronger than Exxon. Chevron out here. Yeah, contraction of volume on the way up, too. Yesterday we went down with 8.9 million. You're up with 7.1. The gaps inside these large integrated oils look to me that they still want to get filled. And in ExxonMobil's case, that has a high volume low that I do expect is going to get hit. It almost got hit last week. Bottom line, though, it didn't get tagged. And that is a big number, folks, because what you do have is that the oil companies themselves, they're cutting jobs, they're cutting expenses as quick as they can. They're actually borrowing money to pay their dividend, because when you take a look at ExxonMobil, I can see why people buying it even for the dividend. You had a dividend of 9.63%. They paid it this last quarter. Last quarter they said flat out what they're going to do is that they're going to still pay the dividend, which is a monster number. And who would ever think that in a 1% 10-year environment that you'd have an ExxonMobil paying a dividend of at this price 9.63%, and you're talking about a company that does take in $180 billion with the B a year. So pretty intense. Dow Industrials right now trading up 437. Nasdaq's up 132. S&Ps are up 54. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 400, Nasdaq's up 118, S&Ps are up 49. Bottom line, we're going to flatten out here somewhere, folks. And what you do have is that, the Dow in particular, bottom line, you're going to be closing at all-time highs on the weekly basis. Composite, struggling. NDX 100 is really struggling. So it's very surprising that the NDX 100 can't just get the juice. And that is also going to close under the October highs also. So it's not going to take much for Microsoft or Apple to really throw a little tantrum inside of that NDX 100. You can really see it out here this week because, as I said a little bit earlier, they basically traded sideways. That being said, from last week to this week, they're slightly lower. Let me just see how slightly lower they are. If we look at this, we put this on just 5 days. Yeah, so, we're talking about slightly. You're talking about, in Apple's case, you're talking higher. We closed at 118.69 last week. We're at 119.21. And Microsoft take this. Yeah, Microsoft's the culprit. Microsoft, yeah, we closed at 223 last week. Microsoft's the culprit then. Microsoft closed at 223 last week. You're at 216. Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing, actually, that 5 points in Microsoft, because of its weighting structure, does quite a bit. That's the real bottom line. I mean, it does a huge amount to that indice. I mean, it was great on the way up, bottom line on the way down. And someone's selling Microsoft, someone's selling Apple. Apple can't get any traction on the way up here. And each day you can see what happens here. As it will come in as their close again, they just took Apple from slightly positive to slightly negative. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Come back and visit us Monday morning. Tommy kicks us off 8:30 in the morning.